All right. Our class is officially on recording, and most of the people here are you guys are our old students. For those who are joining for the first time, who happen not to be our old students, I'm sorry if you don't want to be recorded or be in a session where we record you. Then I'm sorry to say that everything we do here, we record it. Some of us are joining after our last. So I'm not going to talk much about because we've done uh, our induction, and I've not opened up the course portal because I just decided to uh, pull back a bit so that all the people that wanted to enter, so that we have uniformity. So by tomorrow, now today we are starting official classes starting today. So tomorrow you will have access to the course portal, so you can start watching the induction, today's class, tomorrow's class, and that's it. So that's it. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. And yeah, that's it. And today, we are going to start by trying to understand what is AI. What is AI? What is generative AI? What is traditional AI? And what is large language model? These are things that we'll try to understand today how it works. Then tomorrow we'll start diving into prompt engineering, because prompt is on AI. We can't understand prompting without understanding even what this AI is and how it is structured. Okay, in a very simple explanation, there is what we call large language model. And this large language model is a system built, and we train it. We feed this large language model with a large vast of data sets. As a matter of fact, a large language model like OpenAI, there is no data set on Earth today that they have not been fed on. Anything you can think of, they have fed that particular language model with that data set, and they've trained them to respond when they are queried or prompted. They continue to train them, to refine them, to give answers. So we train them, we create them, we fed them with information, and we train them to respond, to mimic us, behave the way we behave. At the moment, they are trained to mimic us, and they've come they've come a long way that they started mimicking us, even doing better than us. Because check out you, a professor, you as a professor, you are being trained in a career path, just a particular career path. You read some textbooks. But this AI, in that your career path, they read all the information within all the textbook. For instance, let's say geography, they fed them with every textbook about geography. On every textbook about geography on Earth, they fed them. So how many professors can read every textbook about geography? I don't think it's possible. So if you come to your area, they know better than you. If you come to another area, they have, because they've been fed with all this information. They spend a lot of money doing this. After feeding them, they train them on how to mimic and respond. What they are doing is mimicking human. Here, we have here that over the time, they'll try to outperform us. Everything they are doing is mimicking us. So that is large language model. Then we'll then have AI, which is generative AI. This AI we use every day. We have on our phone, we have on our laptop and computer, like Chat GPT. This AI, they are built on top of this large language model like OpenAI. This is just an interface. They built this interface so that we could be able to get access to the large language model. So we make a prompt or query or ask question on the AI. Then the AI will send it to the large language model. The large language model will process the information, send it back to the AI, and on the AI, we get the information. And that is what is happening. And they've trained them and refined them over time that they are more than perfect in what they are doing. They don't have AI that is based on logic, is not generative. They are there for predictions. They are there for, we have this chat box even before we start having generative AI. We have AI like Alexa, like TV, some of these TVs. If you talk to a TV, the TV will tell TV, put Netflix, and the TV will put Netflix. Some of these AI, some of them are not generative, they are traditional AI built over the time. And what they are using to do that is machine learning. Machine learning have been doing all those things, predictive AI. And if you go to so many of these applications like e-commerce application like Amazon, Temu, and the rest of them, once you go into that website, they start, based on their behavior, they'll start predicting. Like if you click on a particular product over time, once you come there, they start suggesting to you so many products where they have sales, and because they've mastered their behavior. If you go to YouTube, if you watch YouTube twice, or if you watch Netflix twice, the next time they start, recommending videos we are going to watch based on the pattern they've understood their behavior. These are traditional AIs. So these are how they work. So this is just in a generic level, layman language, for us to understand it from this scratch, and then we'll start building on top of it. So let's look at our notes and get a better information and look at how some of these structure with some other diagram we have there. Okay, I believe you can see my screen now, because I'm sure it's already showing. Okay, without wasting time, let's go straight to understand what this, like just explained from layman's language, what artificial intelligence is all about. So it refers to the ability of machine and software mimicking human intelligence. They mimic us, the way we solve problems, the way we reason. You know, they've trained to mimic us, and they are actually mimicking us, even doing better than some of us human beings, because they reason faster than us. Before you can write a note, they finish writing the note. These are what they have been trained over the years to do that, and they are doing it very well. So they take tasks, they solve problems, they do reasoning, and language understanding. They understand different types of language and perception. AI system can analyze data, make decisions, and even adapt over time. I don't know if you know that AI can analyze data even more than we human being. You know, if you've not used AI to analyze data, no data analyst can do what this AI can do. If even the ChatGPT, I've used it so many times to analyze data. If you see perfection, you won't believe it. Okay, different types of AIs. We have traditional AIs. You know, these AIs has been over the years, artificial intelligence have been over the years, they've been using it before this generative AI. You know, we'll be using AI, artificial intelligence. So this traditional AI is focused on decision making, automation, using logic, rules, and data pattern. So many applications, they have a lot of inbuilt traditional AI for automation. That's how we do automate repetitive activities. All this automation is the work of AIs. But these days, another type of AI came in, which can do more than what a human being can do. And they are not that traditional AI that are built within the application. This generative AI focuses on creativity and production. So they are not based on logic. They are based on existing data sets within the large language model. They query the large language model to get information we want. We ask them questions, they go to large language, just like, let me give you a scenario of what is happening here. You've come to a shop and you tell a sales assistant, I want a TV. I want, or you want an iPhone, latest iPhone. Okay, they take that information from you, they go to the warehouse, and they come back, and they give you the iPhone you requested for. That is what is happening. So the salesperson acts as the generative AI we're using every day. The warehouse, the data warehouse where he goes to bring that iPhone is what we call large language model. Okay, for you to make sure that this person that is going to get the phone for you, that is going to get the accurate phone for you, to save time, for him to be going up and down, you think, no, this is not what I want, you go back again. No. So before the person you goes to get the phone for you, it's better you tell the person the phone, the version, the color, everything you know you want is better. That is what we call prompting. You are very creative, very detailed, the way you are prompting. And the best is that we're using human language. Be detailed, tell them everything you want, and they will go and get what you want. So now that's where the prompt comes in. The ability to ask reasonable questions to reduce back and front. Why companies are looking for prompt engineers? Because yes, everybody have agreed that using AI is no longer an alternative. We have to use it. But the companies that have this AI have made it in such a way that you have to pay to use it. Some of them are being paid on credit. The amount of money you pay determines the amount of credit you have. So if you have to go to and fro within one prompting, within one, you are looking for a solution, you have to create or send up to 30 prompts. In one, say in 30 minutes, you can finish all your credits, and that is not good for business. So we need people who knows how to write this prompt like pro. So that once you send it, you get everything you need. You don't need to go back and forth. And that's why to write a prompt that can do that is not as easy as you think. So that's why the prompting will have to create a template of prompting in order to get accurate information, accurate prompting that will get the exact decision, information, problem solving you are looking for from this machine. That is how it works, and that's where this prompting is. That's why they are looking for people who can do that very well. And use another scenario is, you see, what we are doing here is like what we are doing with other applications. Data analysts or data engineers who masters databases. In this case, we call it SQL. The data is there. It's just like this AI. We fed this AI with open AI or large language model with a large data set. Just like database, we have put some data in our database. For you to retrieve, if you are trying to solve a problem, understand what is going on with your company, you need to query the database, the database to bring out information. And what we use to do that is a language called SQL. And who does that? Data analysts. That is what is happening here. In this case, we are querying the large data model to get information, to get refined information, process information. And who is doing that? Just like a data analyst, we have prompt engineer who is writing those prompts and querying. Prompting, we call it prompting, is equal, you can call it querying to get this information you are looking for. So that is generative AI. So let's look at difference between old AI we've been using, which is where they is built within so many applications, and this new version of AI called generative AI that is trying to disrupt the whole tech system. Okay, let's look at the features of these AIs and what they can do. Under traditional AI, they analyze data and they make decisions. But under generative AI, they create new content that comes in terms of text, images, code, videos, and the rest of them. Then the core rules here, the core rule of this traditional AI is predictions. They predict. Their prediction is based on historical data. There's nothing else they are doing. They read your behavior over the internet, over a system, what you have been doing. And from your behavior, they will say, this is what you are going to do the next time. Because they know very early in the morning, you wake up, you apply this road, this is where you go to school or where you go to work. If you are putting your phone, your sat nav, they're going to work. From there, they know your daily routine. They can predict what you do, and that's it. So if you are visiting any particular site, they know what you come there to do most of the time, and what they are going to predict to is based on your behavior, like historical data. And that is what these predictive AIs are predictive, which is the leverage on, machine learning, which process data as well, your data set, information you have about you. If you see all these people in stock trading, what they do is they look at the market trend and they make decision how the market is going to be, because they've studied the market over the time. Even those trading forex is historical data. They make that's what they do. At times it goes wrong, but in 80% they get it right. Okay, but in generative AI, there's nothing like that. There's nothing like prediction. It's fresh generation and creativity and human-like responses. Yeah, that is what they do. But these days, they said, because they keep fine-tuning this generative AI, they keep fine-tuning it to the extent that generative AI is going to remember all the conversation, just like human being. They are going to remember all the conversation they've had with you. They'll be able to, talk to you the way a friend talk to you. They are going to be like a partner, like a co-pilot, a co-worker. That is what they are planning to be. You can tell them, they say, no, based on our past conversation, this is what you want. Why are you changing your mind? They can recommend to you, don't do that, do it this way. That is what they are heading towards becoming. Okay, examples of AIs. We have traditional AI, we have spam filter, we have a recommendation engine, we have a fraud detection. Some of these banks, they have all this fraud detection. There's kind of activity, suspicious activity, it will flag off. And that red alert, they will know that someone is trying to, hack into their system, or this is what they do, fraud detection. There's kind of activity, they will know that if you do this kind of things, or if you try to log into a financial system twice, if you make 3 attempts, is a red flag, and is detecting that there is no way, if it's you will be able, everybody, even if you wake me up from my sleep and they ask me to log into my bank account, I will remember it and log it. So if I start guessing up to 3 times, it will show that something is wrong. It might not be me, and they will flag off. And they can even disable the whole system. It can even, you be able, you can stop you and lock up the system, that you can't be able to log into the system for like 2 days, or depending on the way it's programmed. That is how this traditional AI. You will be using it. Recommendation for those trading. So you can use AI, they can make recommendation for trade for you. They can tell you put a trade based on market trend or market history. If you come to generative AI, we have so many of us here we're using Chat GPT, Midjourney, DAL-E, and Synthesia. There are so many of them now, depending on what you want. We have some of them for video. We are going to talk about them in detail. We have some AI for video. We have for text. We have for different activities. But the plan is to work around so that one AI can do everything. That is what they are working on at the moment. Meaning that if you are using ChatGPT, you can generate any kind of video you want. You don't need to go to View3 in order to generate video. If you don't need to go to another model in order to generate image. You can go to another model in order to generate voice recognition or text to speech or speech. No. They are trying to make it that once you have something like ChatGPT, you can use it to do every of your activity, as long as it's generating. Input and output on traditional AI is input, decision, label, yes or no category. That is how it works. But on generative AI, the input is prompt. That's what we do with prompt. New outputs. So once you put prompt, it's going to get something from you, something like text, something like video, something like image, something like audio. That is prompt, and you get your decision. Decision is based on what you want. Is it text or that's it? A solution. Then training. The traditional AI are based on structured data set and rule. We have logic. Once you do the configuration, it starts behaving the way you want it based on the data set. So it's logic. Kind of logic means here that is automated. Automation is logic. You build it like a building step that if this happens this way, go this way. If we go this, if it happen this way, go this way. That is automation. But in generative AI and large language model, their training is they are trained on massive unstructured data set. But this is trained on structured data set. The traditional is trained on structured data set, like the data set we have in database. Database, also that you have there is structure. But this is raw data that is not structured, large amount of them. And they are trained to go there, get text for you, get image for you, get code for you, get video for you. That's the way they are trained. And they get the best based on the kind of the quality of output will be the quality of prompt. If you have quality prompt, you get quality output. So if you are a critical thinker, if you know how to prompt, if you know how to write a very constructive, critical reasoning, then you should be able to get quality output. Some of the way it can be applied in the business environment applications is under Traditional AI is we can use it for loan approval. It can be automated. That's automation. It can be automated. Risk scoring, traffic predictions. You see here, we use TomTom or this navigator when we are driving. SatNav.
GPS.
Yes. If you are driving, it will be able to. If you look at it, you will see. It will show you the traffic. To tell you don't follow this way. It's automated. It understands based on it will now tell you divert you to another route. This is AI doing all these things. So that is traffic prediction. They predict. They are trained to do that. Not they are trained, but they are structured. The logic is there. Then you come to generative AI is content creation, conversation, storytelling, visual design. You know, if you can have a constructive chat, conversation with all these generative AI as if we are talking to a fellow human being. The way they respond, at times they even laugh. They use emoji to laugh as if we are chatting with a human being. They've mimicked human being to a fault. So that's it. So now let's look deeper into this generative AI alone. We already know generative AI is based at generate text, videos, and the likes. Okay, let's look at examples. Some of the examples we have here, we have so many of them on the market. Why we have so many of them here on the market is because you see, all these things we are using ChatGPT, they are not the main thing. All of them, they are just application, app. They are just the app. The main cuckoo, the main thing is that large language model. Large language model. So this text generation, we've come under text generation, we'll have ChatGPT. They are built on top of OpenAI. OpenAI will then have Cloudy, Anthropic. Then we'll have Gemini, that is Google Gemini. They are built on Google large language model. Then we'll have Perplexity AI. We'll have Jasper AI. We'll have Copy AI. There are so many AIs out there. But this is still the main number one because they are almost every other AIs we are building today are copying this open AI. This is the origin of generative AI. This open AI is like a monster, you know, and what they spend a lot of money building this. Then we have Google. Google Gemini is very powerful as well. Yeah. We'll have so many other ones coming like Meta AI from Facebook, Props from X, which is old Twitter.
Elon Musk.
Yes. So, but these two, even the Microsoft, they have their own. But these two is when it comes to text generation, and they can solve a lot of complex problems. These two I've highlighted. So we should pay close attention on these two. We're going to look at so many of them, understand them, because over time, we are going to be using based on our pockets, because all these things, they are going to become a lot of money to access them. So a lot of companies are coming out. Even we, as I'm speaking, we have a roadmap on building our own, at least AI, not large language. Let's start from AI, not large language model. From there, you can think of building large language model. But over time, this is going to be the way we work. If you don't know how to work with AI, you are going to struggle. That is the new era, and you can't go back. Never. It's just like somebody telling you that one day we'll go back to trade by barter. We have passed that era. If you are dreaming of trade by barter, it's only a history. It's just like somebody saying that, let me tell you, I don't know how many of us here are still using search engine, Google, Chrome. How often do you use Chrome compared to this? How many of you are still using search engine like Chrome? Name them. What are the search engines?
Firefox.
Firefox. Yeah. Opera. How many of us? Safari. How many of us are using it?
Soft age.
Old school.
Service once in a while.
Okay.
Microsoft Edge.
Okay. The point I'm making here, we are using them. The way we use them these days is just as a browser to open a website, not to search. I mean, I didn't say browser. I said search engine, because almost all those browsers, they have search engine. So don't we have search engine like Google search engine, where you ask Google a question those days, it will just, you say, ask Google. Do you remember that popular, slang, ask Google? It's gone, it's going. Nobody is saying ask Google again. It's gone. It's just like here in Western world, we tend to be, they tend to preserve their culture, that you can see such old telephone. But some of those people you see, they are just preserving their culture because it's gone. Telephone system is not just mobile, is smartphone. It's going to be beyond there, becoming, I don't know what to call it, but it's like, and people are moving on. So if you are thinking of going back, this is the way this is now. All these generative AIs, they are taking their normal place now. Maybe in next 200 years, we'll have another set of, maybe by then all of us must have been in heaven enjoying, yeah. But this is where we are today. So we have to pay attention to learn the future. This is what we call the future of work. The future of work is no longer like we're going to use it to start playing or this and that. No more. It's not playing. It's for real business. Okay, if you come to image generation, you have DALL-E, OpenAI, and we have Midjourney, we have Stable Diffusion, we have Adobe, we have so many image AIs as well. We have a lot. And you see, if you are using this ChatGPT, they are somehow integrated with this DAL. So that if you prompt this ChatGPT here, ChatGPT is mainly built for text generation, but they have super integration that they can, you chat them, they come over here, they will generate powerful image from you. And that's what is going on. So that's why you can see ChatGPT can generate image now. But it's happening through this AI called DAO. Then you've come to, we are going to be looking deeper as we are progressing, but this is introduction, so don't worry. We'll try to understand all of them. Not all of them, but a handful of, because if I saw all of them, how do we understand all this? I try to show that we have a large number of AI in the markets today. So then we have audio generation. We have jukebox from OpenAI. So OpenAI is very powerful. You know, they see OpenAI, they are here. If you come to charts, if you come to image, if you come to audio, they are there. Then under audio, we have 11 lab, we have play.ht, we have music gem, we have voice mode. This is audio generation. And then we'll have, if you come to video, we have Synthesia, and that is AI avatar. Then we'll have runway, we'll have Pika, we'll have view, and this view is now something that is disrupting the video industry these days because of their latest version called View 3. Is like a cinema. If you they generate, if you see the quality of their work, no camera, no cinema camera can capture the quality of their work. And how smooth, how you won't believe that is AI. So if it's fine-tuned, they can create characters, and you see a movie. They can even mimic characters. For instance, now they can mimic James Bond, and you start using James Bond to act movies. This is what they are going to be doing. That's the plan for the future. You see a movie, James Bond, or you see all these big actors acting. You think that they are the one acting the movie. You didn't know that they never acted that movie. It's AI that acted movie using their images and their voices and everything to
Mannerism.
yeah. So then we'll have chatbot and assistants. We'll have a ChatGPT Enterprise. We'll have a Cloud 3.5. We'll have Character AI. We'll have a Replica. We'll have a Pi.ai. So these are just the one. There are so many of them that are not here. There are so many of them. So that is it. But all of them you are seeing here, these are just AI. They are not the large language model. All of them have to go through the large language model if they want to do anything. I'm going to show us a diagram how this AI and human being and large language model, how they work together. So, capabilities, what they can do, they have the capacity to generate human-like response in text, create realistic image from prompt, write and debug code. If you are very good and keep following up, let me tell you, you can start writing code or even become a developer more than those conventional developers. Those conventional developers, although all of them are following up already because they're all smart guys, but a conventional developer who are not blending with AI, they can't even, because it takes time to code. Coding is not easy, it takes a lot of work to code and debug. It takes a patience, it takes a concentration, it takes perseverance to code. I've been a developer, I've coded and done a lot of it. It's not easy. At times, if you have a challenge, if you have an error, it can take you days to figure out what went wrong. Before that is debugging, trying to debug to, you know. And you can start, when you try to debug, you can call senior developers. They can even go review your code. Senior developers, so at times you see some developers come together to review, to find out where they, But these days, you don't need to do that. All you need to do is use AI to do a debug. You debug your system, you debug your code, and fish out where the error lies. Within a second, you finish your debugging. Okay. Composition of music, lyrics, and sound. Before, all these musicians, how people who write music. All these musicians, you see, they video them, call them. People write their music. So many of them don't write their music. But these days, AI writes a better music script than even so, and that's it. So if you are very good, all these you are seeing here are opportunities. Opportunities you see here. I'm telling you, if you are very smart, you can take a niche from what you have here. You can start writing music, go to marketplace and be selling it as a script, music script. You know that most of the applications we use today, they are scripts. People wrote all these scripts and they are selling it. They are making a lot of money. So you can find a niche where you can start, what you can start doing. If it's video, you can start writing cinematic scripts, movie scripts, and be selling it. Once you sell, you become popular, they know you are very good at doing it, people will come and start buying it. Even Nigerian movies, you can start, so many of them, so many people you don't know hidden in the Nollywood, they're writing most of the scripts you are hearing, they are making a lot of money. So this is what we can, after learning this AI, it comes with entrepreneurship as freelancer, and you can equally go and work for companies. You can equally work for yourself. These two I've said there, these are the easiest we can start doing. Writing script like music script, video script, something like that. Okay, we'll have simulated conversation and role play scenario. Summarize log document and article, analyze data and generate visualization. This is amazing. Amazing. This data analysis here. Draft email, blog, reports, and essay. There's role that we call copywriter. How many of us know about the role copywriter? Okay. Are you a copywriter?
No.
No, sir. But I work in an industry that uses copywriters.
Okay. As I'm talking to you, that role is gone. Yeah. But the beauty is that if you know what you are doing as a copywriter, because what I'm saying is going is that AI has taken that role. They do it better than them. But the point I'm making is if you're an experienced copywriter, you can quickly move to become a prompt engineer and you become a master in prompting. And with that, you can continue from where you stop in copywriting and even do a better job. So we have translation, translate language, and localize content. Solve logic puzzle and mathematical problem. Yes, this can solve a lot of mathematical problem. You know, why they are so powerful is because you see all these we are seeing, they are built on Python. Python is one of the most powerful programming language today. It can solve a lot of complex problems. They are unbelievable what Python can do. And all these AIs, they are built on Python. Python can crush no amount of data sets that Python cannot crush. Python is unbelievable what they can do. What they can do to data is unbelievable. So act as a tutor, explain complex topic. You know, so many we have. I don't think so many of us these days have stopped reading textbooks. You know, and you see this group of people they are born in today, all these children of today, they are going to be the children that are going to be taught by AI. AI is going to teach them. They are children of AI, not human. Because human will not be able to be sophisticated enough to teach them like the way AI is going to teach them. They are going to learn almost everything they are going to do from AI. So that is it. So the teaching is equally going, but they need guidance some way. Some of us teachers, they are planning to take our job as well, but you need a guide. That's where we'll still be relevant. So, okay, assist in research and generation citation. You know, I had a chat with one professor, and the way he was very aggressive, very because of the way AI is handling a lot of things. But I tell the guy, there's no need of being aggressive. You just have to key in, and that's it. So, and we have a lot of first class these days, unlike before, because you know what is happening. Professors, they don't want to accept AI, but their students have accepted AI. And what the students are giving to them is unbelievable. And they don't have any choice than to be giving them what they get. Because all these old professors, they will continue to tell you, don't do this, I will use plagiarism. Forget it. You are not going to get them on plagiarism because they have another AI that will solve that plagiarism problem. So you are not going to get them. They will, all their work will look original, but they know how to navigate. Okay. AI can equally organize idea outlines, project plan. Yes, project plan. If you like project labor and all this, if you can write a very good prompt, yes, even the project labor we are using, some of us here knows project labor, they have a new version of project labor, not the one we download is web version, but it's not for free. This time around, they decided not to make this one for free. So it can give you a piece of beautiful project plan. All you need to do is create a detailed, beautiful prompt, and it's going to give you the project plan you want. It's integrated in the project label already, is integrated, so you can use it. So it works with the system. And equally creates synthetic data for training. Power chatbot assistant and virtual agent. So all these are what they are capable of doing, and more. They can equally do more, but we can't name everything they are doing, but know that they can do this and even more. Okay, let's look at this large language model we're talking about. This is where everything started. So, years back, they started building this large language model. And a lot of companies contributed money, both Microsoft, all these big corporations. They pool resources together to build this large language model called OpenAI. They call it OpenAI because it was meant as a world data center. It's open source where anybody can go, come and search for information, solve problem, and something like that. So it cost them a lot of money, but after building it, things changed. Some people pulled out of the agreements, and the main management, they said that everything is not going to be free. The open AI is going to still be open source, but for you to query or prompt that open AI, you have to build a system, and that system is what we call this ChatGPT. They started the ChatGPT with a free a freemium plan, which all of us used. And when they realized that they built something that the world has not done before, they've changed their mind, and it's no longer a free source. It's almost fully monetized, and that's what happened. A lot of companies then pulled out of that agreement because all this large language, open AI, or even almost all the big corporations were part of it. All these big tech names are part of it. They pulled out and go back to their company and start building their own. That is what is going on now. Google pulled away, Microsoft, a lot of them, even Elon Musk, they are all building their own. But even the OpenAI as a corporation, they are still there, maintaining their own, improving on what they have, and expanding. So, LLM are deep learning model trained on massive amount of data, text data, to understand, generate, and manipulate human language. They are trained on large amount of data sets. And these are the core concepts: is tokenization. Tokenization, you split text into smaller parts like words for processing, and it start giving you the kind of solution you want when you prompt them very well. It's automation. It's a repetitive, complex automation that's going on there. And then we'll have large scale training. Train on huge data sets. They train them on books, like I said earlier, books. Almost all the textbooks we can think of, bestsellers, they are trained them on this book. They fed them with this book. You see websites, almost all the websites, all the big websites you can think of, even your own website, only if your website is not so powerful, but they have a way. All the website, they have every information. They have all the like in Microsoft that have their website. They have a lot of information in their website. They have a lot of training on their website. They've consumed everything in Microsoft. All their documentation, everything you can think of. This, they've already swallowed all of them. Then talk about charts, talk about images. All this, they fed them with all this and trained them on how to mimic human being, leveraging on this amount of data set they've been fed. So they've trained them, they are waiting to be prompted, and they will give you what you want. So that's it. They learn language pattern, and they use that to give us the kind of answer or information when we prompt them. Then another powerful concept on it is transformer architecture. Transformer architecture is that from that large data sets, if you prompt them, this transformer architecture will help them to transform your prompt into leverage data sets and create whatever you want them to create. You know, a natural design that helps the model understand and generate accurately. So that's it. And we'll have this LLM here, which is OpenAI. They are on they have OpenAI series now because they are beginning to version 1. They are, you know, they are really on a very fast move. They then have Google Palm. That is what the Google they've built their own. We have Meta Lemma, which they just released not quite long ago. And you can see what Meta is doing. Meta is really doing well. They are doing well, and they are throwing money around. They are spending millions. You see, they are trying to push all the OpenAI top engineers to, you know, woo them into Meta AI. You know, it's a kind of AI cyber war going on. They are not them that they own the AI war. They are not happy. They are fighting seriously at the moment. And then we have Anthropic Claude. So these are all these we have, but I will have so many other, but these are the most prominent in the market. And yeah, Elon Musk, they've come up with their own, they are still testing. I've tried to use them, I've tried, but tested them, they still have a lot of work to do compared to what these others can do. Microsoft have tried their own as well. They are still have a lot of work to do compared to what Google and OpenAI can do. And Meta is doing amazingly well. They just came up, they are on a very fast lane. They are on a very serious fast lane. And One thing why Meta is going to, if care is not taken, Meta might overtake others, because you see, OpenAI, they are beginning to close their openness. It's no longer what we agreed when we are starting is what is happening now. They are closing up. Even Google is a bit closing up. But Meta AI, as others are closing up, they are opening up. So their own is as open as possible. And that is what this Meta did. There is a code called React. React and React Native. They have been developed by them called Facebook and made it open. And we find out most of the powerful application, most of the powerful web app, and even powerful mobile app, they are built on this React and React Native. And they made it open, and everyone is using it, and it helps. This is what is helping them moving. You see today that this guy, Mark, is now the second richest person in the world. And give it 2 or 3 years, he's going to overtake Elon Musk because of his aggressive business acumen. So he's now trying to open up. As he's opened up, the world of AI is now coming to meet them. A lot of this AI is going on now. They are now integrating all their APIs are now being nested on Meta AI. As this open AI is open, there are a lot of APIs. You can build your own, companies can build their own and use API on this open AI. So you can see almost every application we are using today, they have AIs. They didn't build that AI. All they need is API. API is just like a pipe to the open AI. From there, you'll be getting all the information directly on their system and be doing whatever I want to do. But like I said, they are closing up a bit. They are very powerful, but they are closing up a bit. And as they are closing up, Meta is opening up. So that is it. These are these monsters that are trying to disrupt the way we live, the way we do our business today. It's better we know them very well. You have to learn, you have to cram all these. If you are really planning to become a prompt engineer, these are the things you are going to be prompting. All these things you are writing and sending it from your phone on your chat GPT. Chat GPT is just like a channel through which you get to this open AI. This is the main thing here. Yeah, we need to learn it, we need to understand it. And yeah. Okay. How these large language models and AI work. So look at the process flow, how they work. You know that we business analysts will have to always apply process flow for us to understand what we're doing very well. So number one is data collection. The engineers, human engineers, or I call it AI engineers. Let me call it AI engineers. AI engineers, all of us here, we are all AI engineers. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Who, if you're not an AI engineer,
Yes. Yes.
I want you to understand that you've started a very powerful career path today. Don't play around with what you started today. It can shock you what it can. If you see the screenshot I shared about the market, this is a market that just started up to a few months ago, because this craziness started Yes, we know about it last year. Yeah, but this year, the way we are using it this year, this madness started this year and is blowing everywhere. And look at the pay range. Just even look at the prompt engineers. Some of them are getting, what they are getting is more than what project managers are getting. What they are getting is more than what business analysts are getting. You know, this is what they just started. So we have to be serious. We try to understand how this thing works. It's important to understand how it works because it's not a joke. So this process flow here is going to simplify how it works. You know, for if we have been not understanding you can understand this. At least if you have been in a business analyst class where we do process flow. Okay. Number one here is data collection. Data collection, we all do data collection. We call it requirement gathering as well, or requirement elicitation. It's still data collection. So data collection, human engineers, they go gather and prepare large data, text, code, and image. So this is another place where work will be coming out massively. Massively. They are going to be, because as now they have this competition, they are going to pay a lot of people to go gather data. There's a lot of things they've not gathered. Like if you go to Africa now, they've not gathered enough data sets from Africa so that AI can give you, but if you know that AI they can tell you a lot about Lagos. They can tell you a lot about, even in your village, they can, but not everything, because they've not been fed enough, they've not been trained about African data sets so much. So there will be a lot of, they are going to be looking for data engineers who are going to be gathering. Their own job is going to be to gather data. We are going to be trained on how to gather the kind of data they want to. Gather data, prepare these large data sets, which is going to be text, which is going to be code, which is going to be image. Some of these oracles, shrines, antis, tradition, all these things we have in the village, you know that AI have not seen all this. So if you are telling them to create image about some of all this, they won't be able to do it because they've not seen. So but some of us, if they employ as a data collector from Africa, you see them going out taking pictures. Some of these days you see a lot of people carrying cameras. You think that all of them are tourists. They are not tourists. They are doing their work. They are doing data collection, images, videos, because they see what they are doing. What they are training them is to look at the way it is done and mimic it. They see the way human beings look, human pictures will look, black people look, most of the kind of picture, the kind of dressing, attire, black people look, they feed them with that kind of data set. So they will use that to replicate that kind of, we will ask them to create image. You see them, they will create similar image based on what they've been trained, what they've seen, what they've been fed. That is what they do. Now, they cannot speak Igbo very well. They might be able to speak Kedu, Bia, but AI cannot speak every dialect in Nigeria. They cannot speak all the TV, Idoma, Ibibio. But over time, when they feed them very well with all this information, they should be able to speak all these languages very well. You know, so that is it. So that is this data collection. So don't think that AI is like once you do them, they will do like magic and answer. Whatever they are doing is based on what is being fed on them, but what they've been fed is enough to do what they are doing and even do more. But there is still a lot of work to be done, you know, because more corporations are coming into this industry, this AI industry. And as they are coming in, they are going to employ people to go gather information, go gather this data for them in different sources. Yeah. So after gathering this data, they start training them on how to do this. I want you to see it is like you see your son. I have a 1 year and some month son. He will always be watching you attentively. You tell him how to put TV. The next thing, you will put in TV for himself. He mimicked the way I put that TV. So you trained all this how to do it, and they will do it. And they will even start doing it better than you. That is it. So the large language model is trained on data using deep learning technique, call it deep learning. After that deep learning, they'll start behaving the way we want them to behave. Though this training, a lot of jobs will be coming out from training. If you are learning, because all these things, there are human beings that are training them. So if you are saying that AI is going to take job, AI is going, then you learn how to control AI. You learn to become AI engineer. So if AI is controlling the world and you are part of the people controlling AI, are you not powerful? It means that you're part of the people controlling the world. So training. So if we're good, we're going to be training them. So I don't think it's a big deal to train them because it's human being like that. You will learn how to train them. These are where jobs are going to come from this AI, you know. And part of this prompt is the kind of language you are going to train them. Prompt is a language. You are going to train them on prompts as well. So this is where the prompt engineering comes in. It's not only you using it. So this AI, they train them on different prompt patterns. Then after training them, then AI layer is created. We build a AI layer is created. That is the application, the one you have on your phone and the one you have on your laptop or your browser. That is what we call like Chat GPT. After training them, we build application on top of it, which is the gateway into this large data center. So we will build it on top of large language model to serve specific use cases. So based on whatever you want, if you go to open Chat GPT, you see that open it, you see there is so many use cases, different use cases built on top of how to use it. Like I say, we are going to build our own very soon. When we are building our own, we are going to build it to understand African languages. We want a situation where Africa will be represented in this AI war.
Evolution.
So we are looking at Africa being part of the system. Or don't you guys like it? So,
We do.
yeah, we're going to do it in Digital Technology Business School. It's one of the projects we'll start building very soon. You know, so that on top of the game and not just watching the world. And so, yeah, because the learning, I believe the learning is the way you learn faster is by participating. If we are not participating, we cannot learn the way we want. This is a section that I don't want to play. I want us to learn it. I want us to understand it. I want us to be part of it. And I want us to be among the people that will benefit. Anything that's going to come out of it that is good, we're going to benefit from it. If we want to consume all of us, well, so be it. But we have to be part of it. Yeah, that is how I've come a long way, learning a lot of things I never knew about because I like to learn, I like to participate. You know, you see all the application I'm building today, I never knew, but I start building it. As of today, if you see all the fintech today, all the top fintechs today in the market, I have all of them in my incubation. You know, we are working on it because you can't just be looking. You have to, if you say you are a IT person, you need to smell like IT person, not just yeah, you have to build, you have to participate, you have to jump in. If you jump in and break your leg, so be it. If you break your neck, so be it. But you see that some people who jumped in, they are billionaires today. They are controlling the world. They didn't break their neck, they didn't break their leg, and that's it. So let's continue. All right. When they build this layer, which is the one we have, then this is where the prompt starts in. You know, some of us who are the prompters, prompt engineers, you see, this is where the prompt starts, but we can train them. If we learn fast and move fast, we can equally come up to start even the training, teaching them how this prompt to work because they are babies. You train them, but they learn fast, all these applications. So, prompt response cycle. Human, which is we send a prompt to the AI system, the AI, which is the chat GPT. When I say AI, I mean chat GPT. And then the AI formats the prompt and send it to a large language model. The large language model process it and then respond, send it back to AI. And then the AI will then present the response to us. And that's it. So the AI you have on your phone is not the person doing the work, as you might, but is work in partnership. They are the people, is a gateway. All they do is they get information from you and they package it and they send it to the people in the, like, it's like a waiter. They take order from you, they give it to the people in the kitchen. The people in the kitchen will prepare the food, they will give it back to the waiter, and the waiter will come and serve you the hot food. It's not the waiter that cooked the food. You might not even see the cook cooking the wonderful cook we are eating. So this is the scenario going on here. The main master doing that job is not the one we downloaded on our phone. It's that main master, you don't see them. You know, it's like the oracle. You don't see them. All these agents will be running around, you know. That's the way it works. Okay, let's look at the diagram here. The diagram represents it as well. You see here is with the human here, that is the AI engineer or human, because not only the AI engineer that do the prompting, every other person, which is the end user, but the human here, this is they gather this large data. This is the large data gathered, and then the training on this large data, the train on this large data on this language model. So we see them here. This large, they come here, they train it, they feed it to this large language model, and then the large language model become ready for work, waiting to be prompted, and then we here we send a prompt. We send a prompt via this generative AI, and this large language model will send a response. You know, response back here. You see the response, and we get the response, and that's how it's working. I believe we are getting the picture very well, how our prompt moves. Okay, let's look at domain area where this AI and large language model can be applied. They can be applied in so many, almost every area. We captured it earlier. Customer support, content creation, like blog marketing, education, tutoring, healthcare, patient communication, GitHub code, and finance, and many more, so many of them. And that's it. But there are some risks involved as well. So let's look at some of the key areas, benefits and risk. Under benefits and risk, here we see they will help you to boost your work productivity. Work productivity is automate tasks. They are going to save time. They are going to improve your efficiency. And that is why everybody is looking for them. You see, the work we are going to do in 1 week, they will help you to do it in 4 hours. Let me just use 4 hours, or even let's say 1 day. So it means they are saving 5 days for you. That is a lot of money, because you hire a business analyst. You are paying a business analyst £10,000 a month for working how many days for you. Let's say they work 30 days for you and they pay them. And now AI can help reduce that work to 1 week. You know how much you are saving from that £10,000? That's a lot of money. As a matter of fact, a lot of analysts, project managers, they are earning up that amount of money. They are earning up to £10,000 a month. You know, because some of them earning £500 every day. If you calculate it, you see how much it means. They are earning up to that. But with this kind of arrangements, yes, I'm not saying that, but if you are not in the position where you can work efficiently, because over time, you see the kind of the quality of your work and the quality of your mate, and you see your work doesn't match in any way. You have to find out what they are doing. They are not doing anything extraordinary. They've just learned how to use machine. They learn how to use this AI to improve the way they work, and that's it. Equally, increase access to knowledge, makes experts in information available to all. Some of these knowledge that we never know, that we will never have access to. Some are premium knowledge for only Harvard scholars. Now, some of us who are not Harvard scholars, we can even be in our bedroom and be accessing powerful information. As a matter of fact, information is the most powerful thing in this world. And that is why internet it happened to be the most powerful invention in the world today. Although AI is fast approaching, but AI is still nesting on internet. The internet is the most powerful invention. And that's why internet, the emergence of internet created these billionaires who are talking today. All of them are billionaires because of internet. Something like Bill Gates, them, Bezos, Elon Musk. All these people are product of internet. They did not do any other thing. If there is no internet, I don't think they would have made the kind of money they are not controlling the kind of web they are controlling. And that is web. You know, they made all this their money, they made it through the web via the internet. So this is going to help us to access premium information, and it's going to help us to fuel creativity, help generate content, ideas, and prototypes. Some of the ideas you never know you will see ideas, business ideas. Some of the ideas that companies will be paying exorbitant amount of money to, now you can have it. If you are very smart, you can create your own business. So it's going to creativity here, not just creating businesses, because business we talk about is idea. I'll give you an example. Tax return in this country, since I've been in this country, when it's time for tax return, everybody will just say, you have a dedicated account and it does this for us. Even my companies here, we send everything to tax accountants and they do everything to you and here. But this year, I said I'm going to do everything myself. Not going to send it to any tax accountant again. And I did everything. Within a night, I send all my application and get all the response and close everything. Everything is perfect. You see, within a night, I save up to more than £1,000. And who saved that money for me? ChatGPT, OpenAI. They saved that money for me because it provided me step-by-step guide. I followed it and I got it. So these are premium information you can make available. So these are key benefits. And how do you get this? This information is there, but some of us are still struggling to get this information there because we don't know how to create killer prompts that's going to get the kind of things you want. So these are things we're going to learn. At times, some of these prompts is not only prompt, you want to get some prompts. You combine prompts with images as well. If you see the kind of prompt I send, after prompting, I send some images, powerful images. They'll combine everything and they'll give me the answer. And that's it. So, but these are things we're going to learn as we're progressing. It's not just prompting, or some of us will just come, you upload your CV and you say, refine or give me a CV. It's not going to give you a powerful CV. Just give you a generic CV. And that generic CV will not go anywhere. You simply because you need a prompt is poor. You need some of these prompts, you break them down. Step by step, chain of thoughts. There's way you structure it, and it's going to give you powerful the results. And then certain conditions. As you are prompting, you are giving certain conditions. Anyway, we are not yet in prompting. So let me not overrun. Tomorrow we'll start prompting. We'll see, but we'll try to understand where this prompt is even going to take place and how they send this prompt and bring the response back. That's one way we are. So let me not talk much about prompting. We're going to start prompting tomorrow. Okay. Fueling creativity is already happened. You know, a lot of young guys are already making millions through AI. And some of us, the old people, are still waiting for blaming leaders, Tinubu and co. Okay. Risk of AI spread misinformation. Yes. You see misinformation generating convincing but false content. You see, they create some videos you think is true, but it's not true. But I know there is going to be a control measure. Government is going to come in to regulate the way AI is being used, because if they don't know that, it's going to cause a lot of confusion. Reinforced bias. AI can reflect and amplify human or data bias. So these are some of the areas: biasness and job displacement. This one is already something we know, but the only way to counter this is for what we are doing here, making yourself relevant. It's going to displace some people, but it's going to create opportunity for some people. If you go to market, you see there's a lot of AI engineer jobs out there already, looking for people to fill in. So, okay, let's look at future. How does the future looks like in this AI era? The future is bright and is on a very fast, moving very fast. So now, deep integration with tools and industry, that is the future. Generative AI will become embedded across nearly every software platform and sector, from CRM like Salesforce to ERP, in Microsoft logistics, dashboard, education tools. It won't just assist, it will be a co-pilot, work in real time. Okay, on this, have you people started noticing that already? That is being integrated in everything. Even some of us who are not using like enterprise application, I've used enterprise application and I see that AI has been embedded everywhere. The way I use enterprise application last year, it wasn't the way I'm using it this year. So you see all of them, AI is embedded in all of them, is integrated in all of them. So if you are using them, there is need for you to go and retrain. So companies are going to start retraining their staff, because they won't be able to even use the normal enterprise application they are using before. They are not going to be able to use, like, CRM system is basic enterprise application, but AI is integrated heavily on it. Okay. Project planners, they are basic, but AI is now heavily integrated in it. If we don't know how to use AI, you are going to struggle on how to use all these enterprise applications. It means you won't be able to work in workplace. You will not even be able to work. It's going to be difficult. So they are going to need people who understand AI, like prompt engineers like me and you, to start even training, basic training. They've already trained them. When these applications are implemented, they train them. But there's a lot of updates. So they need more upskilling in order to use the kind of enterprise application we are going to use on everyday life. This is where some people are going to lose their job. Some people who don't want to upskill because they won't be able to use the kind of thing they are using. So that is it. If you look at Excel documents, if you look at Google, if as I'm talking to you now, all this our meeting, a note is being taken. It's not transcription. Transcription is different from note taking. Now they transcribe, they take notes as well. The note transcription is they try to translate everything you see verbatim. As you are saying, that is transcription. It can be as lengthy as possible, but note taking is that they will summarize the meeting the way we are going to try to summarize the meeting and give you a quality meeting report. That is AI, and it's working now. So if I'm working or having a meeting and I have someone taking my note before, I don't see the need for keeping the note taker for me. The person is automatically losing his or her job, only if he tries to make himself or herself relevant in one other way or the other, not only by note taking. So that's it. And examples here, you see AI here in Excel, PowerPoint, and Google Doc. Voice activated AI in cars, home, and mobile arm. Industrial specific model fine-tuned for finance, law, and medicine. Everywhere, both in law, medicine, they are fine-tuning them. They are penetrating everywhere. They are taking over everything. So we are in what we call apocalypse, AI apocalypse, where AI is everything. We have given up. Humans have given up to AI. We have surrendered. So, but for you, the only way is to, like I say here, don't fight. To work with them, co-pilot with them, and you are going to be fine. Only co-working and co-piloting with them by learning how to work with them. If you learn how to work with them, they are the most friendly thing you can work with, because they will never be angry with you. Even if you ask them question 100 times, they'll never be angry with you. Unlike because you don't have emotion. Unlike we human beings, if I'm working with you, Mr. Isaac, and I ask you, Mr. Isaac, how can I do this? He said, Mr. Charles, follow it this way. When you finish this one, do it this way. I said, thank you. After 20 minutes, Mr. Isaac, how did you even say I'm going to do this? Mr. Isaac, Mr. Charles, what is this now? Can't you say I'm doing my own work as well? Mr. Isaac, don't vex. But AI will never vex. Will continue to be patient with you. And that is how you see they are taking. Some people will become so addictive to AI. So it's another problem coming, addiction to AI. So, okay. Another feature we are looking at is memory enabled personal AI assistant. AI assistant will remember their preference, past conversation, and their personal goal. So based on what you guys have had chats in the past, they were able to, plan your activities with you, remind you of your previous chat decision, customize response based on your workflow. So they are just like your PA. That's what they are going to be, your PA. And then we have human AI collaboration as a norm. Rather than replacing human, generative AI will be seen as thinking partner. Creative professionals, analysts, product team, educators, and more will work alongside AI to generate ideas, solve problems, and build faster, like co-writing, good reports, real-time brainstorming, and let me tell you on this brainstorming. I've done brainstorming. I worked with so many teams before, so many teams. I work with a team of like 10 people, 20 people. We can spend 5 hours brainstorming. At the end of the brainstorming, we might not come out with something substantial. You see, some people will just be feeling that their own decision or their idea is, people start fighting and end up not coming out so resourceful or productive. Have you done brainstorming with AI? If you've done a brainstorming with AI, it's top notch. It's top notch when you brainstorm ideas. Yeah, I'm teaching you a lot of things that if you are not doing it, try to, But another thing is that you are going to, I want you to make us some sacrifice. You need to, if you are using just basic AI, you have to spend some money and upgrade. For now you can be using, but over time you want to work professionally, you have to upgrade. And yeah, so it's not for free. Everything is not for free. Like I said, that Open AI is no longer, they are beginning to close up because what they've invented is a monster. Okay. To have multimodal AI, these are some of the things that are coming. Like I said, to have AI, that one AI that can do everything for you, and that is what Open AI is trying to do. And ChatGPT should be able to do everything. They are working, they are fast getting ground on this. You should be able to generate text, you should be able to generate image, you should be able to generate video, voice in one single model. And we call it multi-model. Is on their roadmap as well. And then AI agents, task completing bots that execute sequence autonomously. So AI should be able to kind of like an agent. You don't need, all you need is direction, and they will do your work autonomously without your input, just direction. And AI regulation and ethics. And that is where I think government will start coming in very soon. Because like I said, most of these AI companies, their next version like this Open AI, they keep on, like you say, series of, they are working series. Their next version, the way they are training them is because they are kind of saturated with human intelligence. You can see most of the things. The only place now is, even they make some mistakes, but they are like text. They hardly make mistakes these days, depending on their prompt anyway. But they've come to that level that they almost at par with human intelligence. So, having said this, their next plan is AI that is above human intelligence. And that is going to be the end of the road for human. So, but the only hope is government coming in to regulate. If government do not come in to regulate, then I don't know how it's going to be, but because before you think, they will tell you what you want to think. And what, yes, they'll be able to read your mind, and that's it. They have already been testing it. They're on test now. It's not like they are creating it, they are testing and fine-tuning it. And that's why they know it's possible. But the only thing is whether government is going to allow such a thing to happen. So that is where the regulation and ethics increase focus on safety, fairness, and compliance. But even if because it's just like these nuclear weapons, where you see some countries, they don't have. They know that, yes, some of these, most countries in the world now have the capacity to build nuclear weapons. But governments around the world do not want that to happen. They are regulating it. They don't want it because of the world's security, safety. We are no longer safe if such a thing. So the AI is on that level. AI is one of the most powerful invention of human. Yeah, they are pointing at internet. Yeah, why they have not taken over internet? Who can tell me why AI have not yet taken over internet as the most powerful being, the most powerful invention? Who can answer this question?
I think it's because AI feeds from the internet, really, because it generates information from the internet to, give you what you've prompted it to do.
Yes, but not actually.
Okay.
I think it's because we have more people using the internet than the AI itself.
Yes. What they check is the amount of usage. How many people are using AI and how many people are using internet? In the world today, everybody is using internet. Everybody. We have billions of people using internet. And that's where they become number one.
Including AI.
Yeah. So everybody is using internet. But in terms of powerful output, what AI is doing is unbelievable. But it has not been accepted the way internet is accepted. Internet is now like, even my mom in the village is using internet. Every part of the world, they are using internet. But how many people are using AI? Only few people compared to the internet usage. Internet has become a way of work.
So do you think in the future there'll be a way to access AI without using the internet?
No. The internet that they are nested on internet doesn't make internet so powerful than them. It's about the kind of problem you can solve. They are kind of
I
No,
see
but
internet.
I'm still believe,
Yeah.
I'm still of opinion that internet is still the most powerful.
Yeah, I see internet just like a current, electric current, powering almost everything that goes on the line, online, or just because without if that internet, that thing application is not
You
built.
know, you say
and-
electric would have been another powerful, but if you go to Africa, there are so many people that doesn't have electric. But some of those people, they are still using internet. Some of them, they use
solar.
a fuel.
Yes.
Fuel is not electricity, you know.
Well, I
Some
mean,
of them,
solar. They use solar
they use
panels.
solar. And at the
Solar,
end of
yeah.
the day, they are still getting internet. But electricity is not yet everywhere. You know, so many people in Africa do not have electricity. But if you see so many of those people, everybody is on Facebook,
Yes.
you know, using the internet. So
Yeah,
internet is
very
powerful.
powerful. Yeah.
So I hope government will come in to save us from the advancement of AI. So at this point, I'm open to questions, although we've overshoot our time, but don't worry, I'm sorry we've overshoot our time, but it's for good. If you have question, we can have a little chat.
Okay, sir, I have a question. What's the future of prompt engineering? Where do we see prompt engineering in 10 years?
Yeah, prompt engineering in 10 years. 10 years is too far. You know, 10 years is too far. So why I'm saying 10 years is too far is let's talk about in next 4 to 5 years. You know, because in next 4 to 5 years is going to be every profession. You must be just like what we say. You remember when they say NYC compliant? Everybody working in the industry, you must be AI prompt compliant. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
And everybody needs to be compliant and test prompt engineers. They are going to be needed very well in the industry, in the companies, because they need some people to train.
Yeah.
Number one is training. Number two is assisting. Outside that, they are going to need you as a business analyst, prompt engineer. You're a business analyst, but if you're not prompt engineer, you're going to lose the job. Then they are going to need you as a prompt engineer project manager. This is where the names are going to be changing.
Changing.
You know, they are going to a data analyst, a prompt engineer, data analyst stroke prompt engineer. You know, so this is the way they are going to be merging it with every other profession. Then companies are not going to sack everybody working with them because they are not prompt engineers. But at least you should be able to know how to use AI professionally at work. So they need people to train them, such people. They need prompt engineers to come and teach them on how to understand. First, so many of us are not, we are abusing AI because we are underutilizing it. And why we're underutilizing it? Because we do not even, we just say an application. You know that if you type something, something will appear. We say, wow. But you need to understand how these things work. Like I've taken my time to explain it, how it's work. How we are still the people that feed them. We are still going, we are the people going around getting all these data sets and give to them and train them. And then we test it and they start giving us this. We are still doing all this. So if you look at the way I explained, you see that there is a lot of work for us because we continue to train them, we continue to refine them, and that is it. And there are so many domains, so many subjects matter, so many subject areas that need to be added. We need to train them, refine them, modify them to understand some of these areas. So many languages, they are still yet to understand. Natural languages, like Igbo languages, Hausa languages, Yoruba, Efik, so many languages. The only understanding the ones we know very well, like English, French, German, and the rest of them. But there is still so much because they want to capture the whole world where they want to know everything. And that is the way it is. So prompt engineering is officially accepted as the next tech language. Next tech language, and they really did a good job. The good job they did is that you see we struggle so much. You see, programming language has been the most powerful language because through programming language, they'll be able to build all this complex application we are using. And those people who build that complex application are the richest billionaires in the world today through programming language. But that language is too difficult. How many people, do you know how many of you who have called me up today or chatted me up today? They are panicking. Why are they panicking? Mr. Charles, are we going to code? Is it going to involve coding? I say, no, it's not going to involve. Oh, thank God. So people are scared of this powerful language. But you see, in this era, they've taken that complexity away. They make sure that the most powerful machine in the whole world understand natural language, and that is final. So they can help you to build the most powerful application, and that's it. And even to that extent, if they can understand Igbo language, my mother who didn't go to school can have ChatGPT and talk to the ChatGPT. I want to do this so in my language, dialect, and my mom will get powerful answers. So even if you didn't go to school, you can talk in your own language and you get results. So you see the way they are capturing the world. That is it. That's how powerful they are trying to become.
That's powerful. That's
And
very
that
powerful.
is, so we shouldn't play with this. There's a lot of jobs on the pipeline. Yeah, all this madness, it's not like we're saying, it's not just last year. It's all about testing. They used last year to do their testing. There's a lot of testing and acceptability of this application. Now this year, if you watch this year, they have taken this year to embed this technology into all the application we use at workplace.
Wow.
What it means is now is no longer, is now an industrial tool.
Mm.
It's now an industrial tool. You use it as place of work. You must learn how. It's no longer, I don't like it.
It's a
Throughout
standard.
last year, 2 years ago, people who are using this at place of work are hiding. They don't want anybody to know that they are using AI to work. But today, people pride themselves to say that I'm a prompt engineer, that I'm learning this, and companies are appreciating you. Company and so many people, instead of they thought because some of them were hiding, now companies realize that they are very good at this. If you see the way some of them get promotion, some of them they are beginning to bring complex solution problem for them to solve through prompting, they are being appreciated. Unlike when they were hiding, that I don't know how to use it, you know. And it's just like when the apostles, they were before they were hiding, and when they realized that they are very powerful through the Holy Spirit, they come out, they become more bold, and then they will start hollering and they intimidate everybody. So that's how prompting is coming up.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And tomorrow we dive into prompting. And today, at least, I'm happy most of us, we have seen the architecture of this AI and large language model. You see, that large language model, you have to cram it. You have to know what it is. You know how to work. All these, cram it. This is the background knowledge you need to know. You can't be learning something on top of nothing. This is foundation. You have this foundation and know how it works, you are gonna go far. So thank you, everybody, and see you tomorrow, the same time. I'll work hard to make sure that the video is accessible, and I'll create a link so that we start immediately and start no wasting time. You know, I was trying to, to see how long this. To be honest with you, I don't think we can do this in 2 months. Might be more than 2 months. I'm not being honest, because I wouldn't want to just come and give some standard boot camp. It's better it takes time, and we'll get it, because I like my reputation. All right, thank you, and see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Charles.
Good night, Mr. Charles.
Thank you so much, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Mr.
Mr.
Charles.
Night.
I appreciate you.
Good night, sir. Thank you,
All
Mr.
right.
Charles.
Mr. Charles, please zoom in this thing tomorrow. Today's phone.
Okay, yeah. Mr. Charles, will we have access to the notes?
Of course, you maybe know. If you are in my class, you know this.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just be sure. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles.
All right.